Hi everyone, my name is Dr. AJ Lauer. I'm the owner of Thriving IBIS Leadership Solutions, and I'm here today to tell you the answers to the top 5 questions that I've been getting about our Gender Minorities in STEM Leadership Circle, which kicks off this February 7th, 2024. The first question I get is GeMS for me? So GeMS is for anyone who works in science, technology, engineering, math, medicine, related fields, and who identifies as being part of the gender minority in their field. So most likely that means you identify as being a woman, someone under the non-binary gender umbrella, agender, or a trans woman or a trans man. Most leadership programs have a fairly masculine take on leadership. To be honest, most leadership theory and practice is based on being a cis male in business or technology. That's not what we're going to be focusing on here. We will be embracing ourselves as leaders who don't necessarily fit into that mold. We'll be figuring out what our own mold would look like and cheering one another on as we move forward in our careers. So if that sounds like a good space for you, then GeMS is for you. So then what makes GeMS different from other leadership development programs? There are a lot of them out there, right? So what makes this different? Well, unlike normal trainings, leadership circles are highly customized to provide the participants with skills and connections that they will specifically need to succeed. So before we start, I will send you a detailed survey, and that will give you a chance to tell me what you are interested in. The curriculum will be determined completely based on the responses of the cohort. So there are a couple of topics that I anticipate folks will be interested in, and I do have materials developed for those. But if it is not indicated by the survey responses that that's what this particular group of people need, then I will throw those topics out the window and I will develop all new materials based on what you all are interested in. Honestly, that's part of what makes this fun for me, is this new development and kind of flexing and seeing where we get to go. Once the topics are determined, we'll use a flipped classroom approach. So I will send you readings and homework, and you will do that in between our meetings. And then when we gather, we will spend the whole time in discussion about these topics, setting goals, figuring out what works for us, figuring out what doesn't work for us, and just kind of exploring and figuring this all out together. This is not going to be a situation where I am talking at you. I may throw in a couple slides here and there if I think it would be helpful, but for the most part, we will spend our time in discussion together. So what am I going to get out of this process? My hope is that you will get a sense of community with the other members of your circle. The circle members will become friends, they'll become mentors, and they may become sponsors of your career. You will have the opportunity to continue interacting with one another outside of our formal time through a group on LinkedIn. So you will keep in touch with one another after we are done. You will get one-on-one time with me to establish your goals and how you're going to go about accomplishing them. And you will learn how to solicit feedback from your colleagues and what to do with that feedback once you have it. Okay, well that sounds great, but why should you trust me as a facilitator? Fair question. I am deeply passionate about and am an expert in developing leaders in STEM fields. I've been developing science and technology professionals since 2011 and working full-time in the diversity and inclusion space within science since 2015. That includes facilitating workshops, doing executive leadership coaching and development, and writing peer-reviewed publications on these topics. I literally wrote my doctoral dissertation about the intersection of leadership and diversity in technology. So if you ever want to read 280 pages about how all of this comes together, let me know and I will send you a link. So providing these opportunities for gender minorities in STEM to grow, to connect to expand in our definition of what being a leader can mean it's what I love. And it's part of why I founded Thriving IBIS Leadership Solutions, so that I could do this work in the broader community to continue to support the people who are changing the face of STEM. So who should pay for this? If you were to work with me one-on-one for 3 months, it would cost a lot more than the fee that I'm charging for GeMS. Part of my goal in creating a cohort model is to make this intensive, personalized leadership development affordable and accessible to more people. I'm not going to tell you how to manage your money or your budget. That is outside of my scope of expertise, and it won't be offered as a topic that we will discuss. But this kind of leadership development should fit within your company or organization's leadership professional development funds. So it's less than a cost of a conference, which you probably have funding for, and in return you'll get 3 full months of tailored leadership training, which is honestly an absolute steal. If you do find yourself in a position where you have to pay for yourself because there isn't funding available through your job, please reach out to me and we'll see what we can do to bring the cost back a little bit to make it more affordable for out-of-pocket folks. So that's all the FAQs that I have for now. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have more questions. My email address is aj@thrivingibis.com. And you can go ahead and hit that QR code for a whole lot more information about the GeMS Leadership Circle. And I hope to see you all soon.